Welcome to the 9th lecture in Module 5, and in this lecture we're going to do the 4th iteration of the blog application, which mainly involves making some edits to the controllers in that application. So let's get started. Let's get to work on iteration 4 of our blog application and incorporate some of the goodness that we've just learned about with regards to controllers. As a quick review, recall that we created a post model and that a post has many comments. We added that association. And then a comment belongs to a post. In addition, we created a nested route with comments nested within posts. And let me quickly show you again what that means. First of all, if I start up the Rails console, and then let's create a variable that stores all of the posts that we've created so far, as well as a variable C that contains all of the comments that we've created so far. And one thing I want to show you, and this is due to the associations again, is that I can say p.comments. I need to say p0 because p is actually an array that was returned. So I'll take the first post and ask for all of its comments, and there they are. And I can do the same for comments. I'll take the first comment and ask for the post that it belongs to, and it returns it. So these methods were attached to those models because of the associations we added. Next, let's start up the server and take a look again at what the nested routes did for us. So I'm going to start the server. And here we are at the root of the application. Let's go to the posts index. And there's a listing of our post. Recall that we can also show this post by clicking this link. And then if we due to the nested routes, I can ask for the comments right here, and all the comments are provided for. Let's go back to the post. I want to add a new post. And let's just create one quickly. We've created the post, and let's show its comments. When we do that, there's a problem here. I haven't added any comments yet to this post, yet two are shown, and they're actually the comments from the previous post. We need to fix this. Let's see how. If we look at our application, we've got a listing for comments, and we've also got a listing for particular posts. What should happen is that the comments should appear directly below the posts. And so in order to do that, we're going to need to edit the view for this particular application. Now, the subject of the next module is entirely about views. So consider this a quick preview of what we're going to learn. Again, we're editing the blog application, and we want to look under Views, Posts, and the Show method. And if we look at the Show method, here is where the title of the post is displayed, and here's the body of the post. And right below that is where we want to add some additional code. What I've done is added a code, HTML code for comments. This says create a second level heading that says comments. I'm creating a division in the document, and we'll learn more about divs in the next section for these comments. And then here's a loop using embedded Ruby, and so you should recognize this is actually an iterator. So it goes through each of the posts, and for each of them it creates a div for that particular comment. It goes through each of the comments, not each of the posts, right? So it picks a post, and then it goes through each of the comments, creates a div for each of them, and then prints it out here. And this is indicating that it's going to be in strong, emphasized essentially. And here we're using a Rails helper method called timeagoInWords that takes when this comment was created and converts that to words. And this is the line that dumps out the body of the comment. Let's take a look at what it does in our running application. Here we're back in the web browser with the running application. I haven't stopped the server, so if I simply hit refresh, we should see the changes, and there they are. The comments now are shown beneath the post. This looks a lot better, except there's still a problem. I should be able to add comments on this page as well. Let's add some code to do that. Right below where we're listing the previous comments, let's provide a form for adding new comments. And this is the form for method that's available in Ruby, and we'll learn more about this in the next module. What this says is it's going to create a label for a new comment and provide a text area where you can enter a new comment, and this submit is going to create a button that allows you to submit that comment. Let's take a look at what this code does for you. After saving the code, we simply need to hit refresh, and there's our form. Let's see what happens if we create a new comment. Let's add this comment. Well, there's a problem here. It needs a post ID. What we need to do is we need to fix the comments controller to take care of this. Let me show you how. The problem is in the comments controller create method. When you select create comment here, it's going to send this particular parameter here, 1 for the post, in the params hash to the comment controller, and we need to use that. And here's how. Under controllers, let's go to the comments controller class. And this is the create method that we need to fix. Again, in the params, the ID of a post is passed in. So let's go ahead and retrieve that. And here's how you can do that. Post.find params post_ID. That's going to be passed into this function. And then from that post, we want to retrieve the particular comment. And so we're going to change this line of code to read at post, which is being retrieved here, right, on the previous line, dot comments, and we're going to want to create a new comment using those comment params. And that's about all there is to this. There's one other thing we need to fix. When we go to save this comment into the database, and this will save it to the database, we don't want to redirect to the comment page anymore. In fact, we should get rid of all of those comment pages, and we'll do that eventually. We want to access everything through posts. So we want to redirect to the post page, providing the comment was successfully created. Let's save this and see what it does in our application. I'm going to go back one step in this application and try and add the comment again. And when I do that, we see that it worked, and it in fact posted the comment here as well. So we've successfully fixed up this comment creation capability within our application. And at this point, it's a good time to comment out those routes that are available for comments. We don't need them anymore. So let's do that. Under config, go to route.rb, and we can simply get rid of this. You can delete it or comment it out. And now users won't be able to directly access comments. They can only see comments by visiting posts. By the way, whenever you change routes, it is necessary to restart the server. So I'm going to do that at this point in time. The other thing I want to point out is there's still a problem here. Anybody can edit our posts, and we don't want that if we're running a blog. We'd like people to add comments, but not to be able to change the posts that we write. Let's see how we can add a little bit of authentication to this application. Under the controller section of your application, open up the posts_controller.rb file, and let's add a before filter. And this one's going to be called authenticate, and it will be executed prior to executing any of the other methods in this class except for index and show. We want to allow users to be able to see an index of all of the posts or to show a particular post, but nothing else. If they try and do any other application which would involve editing a post or changing a post in any way, they're going to have to authenticate. So let's add this authenticate method at the bottom under the private section of this class. And here it is. Again, the name of the method is authenticate, and it's using a function that's provided in Rails called authenticator request with HTTP basic. And this uses the HTTP basic authentication that's built into your browser. It needs a name and a password, and I've used admin as the name and secret as the password. So let's add this and see what it does to our application. Here we are back in the running application. Let's go back to the listing of all of the posts. We should be able to do that. But if I want to edit this post, there it is. The authentication pops up. And remember, we used admin and secret. And now we can log in and we can edit the post. So here we've added a little bit of protection to this post. It's not the prettiest application in the world, but it's functional. What we'll study in the next module is how to make this look a little bit better.